Neighboring states here in the Midwest, New Albany by 3 over Princeton from Ohio midway through the third quarter. Ted Emmerich, Paul Biancardi, so glad you're with us. Our entire ESPN crew. Romeo Langford continues to make history, the number 5 player in the ESPN 100 with this three-pointer, Paul. Now 20 points in the game, and he's the 8th all-time leading scorer in the state of Indiana high school basketball.
He could be in baseball as well. I mean, this guy can put home runs on the board, three-point shots. Look at that list. Damon Bailey, I don't know if anybody will ever catch him. Deshaun Thomas, coming out of the high school game, was incredible. Ended up at Ohio State. Trevon Blewett, who's still at Xavier right now. A big-time scoring guard out of high school. And you see Billy Shepard back in the late 60s. Alan Henderson, who went to Indiana. I didn't see my all-time favorite player, Larry Bird, but Romeo Langford is the man here in New Albany.
Oh, he is number 1 in the hearts and minds of many young New Albany fans. What about his game reminds you of somebody else, maybe in a college game or in the NBA?
I think about Eric Gordon, who played at North Central High School in Indianapolis. He was 6'4", Langford 6'5". Both of them were outstanding scorers and shooters. Eric Gordon went to Indiana 1 year, then he declared for the draft. I believe he was the 7th pick in 2008 by the Clippers.
Langford off the curl, and too strong.
And Eric Gordon went to Indiana for that one season, led the Big Ten in scoring.
Hunter floats it up and in with the foul. The foul goes against Sean East. Hunter with a chance at 3.
Well, Hunter has had a terrific game for Princeton. That time to the rack. Nice body control. Watch him split. Splits the defenders, keeps his eyes up on the rim. He's a good-looking player.
Had a chance to tie it. He could not do it. Approaching the 3-minute mark of this third quarter.
I'd like to see Hunter 24 in the red on Langford.
Hunter looking inside for Langford, almost swallowed up by the defender Pierce. Back out to East.
Khalil Davis right now on Langford. He's giving up 4 or 5 inches.
Now Paisley on the switch.
They just lost 4 or 5 inches.
And Paisley knocks it out of bounds, using that length. You mentioned Eric Gordon, comparing him to Romeo Langford. Langford's actually the highest-ranked recruit from the state of Indiana since Gordon in 2007, the first year of the ESPN rankings.
So I was right.
You were right.
They're very similar.
Gordon was number 2 in his class.
Romeo Langford has a huge decision coming up sometime in the spring period, his father Tim Langford told me.
Langford the crossover.
He's got the Hoosiers, he's got Vanderbilt, he's got Kansas. Really likes all 3.
Since Langford suffered that wrist injury late in the first quarter, he's 4 of 13 from the field. Pierce on the drive. Langford the rebound. And he's fouled. It'll go against Paisley.
Well, Langford, pretty good on the glass. Gets it with 2 hands. Showing a little bit of toughness tonight with that left wrist. That looks like it could be sprained or strained. He's trying to help his team win. Yes, he's going to score his points. He's going to take his shots. But he's trying to do it within the framework of the offense, and he's playing defense tonight.
And it's tough for Khalil Davis to defend Langford. He just picked up a foul.
Yeah, I don't like that matchup at all. I know Davis has quickness, but Langford could just steer right at him, shoot right over him.
Well, Stevie Wright likes Davis's intensity off the bench, especially as a defender, but that's asking a lot. A 10th grader going up against Langford.
The intensity doesn't contest shots.
Langford over Davis. Leaner is good.
I think you got to go with size on Langford. Make him put it on the deck. Take his airspace away. Go out and crowd him. Yeah, he's a great straight line driver, but either that or you got to trap him to get the ball out of his hands. You just can't allow him to take smaller guards off the bounce.
Corrigan on Baisley on the switch as Langford lurks. Pierce, a swish, and a three-pointer to even things up.
And Stevie Wright told us on the phone that his team was not just going to come and compete. They were coming to win this game. And this Princeton team out of Cincinnati is playing with just great fortitude.
Final minute of the third quarter. New Albany, number 3 in the state of Indiana, according to the AP. Princeton, number 8 in the state of Ohio. Two premier teams going at it. Of course, no shot clock here in the state of Indiana.
Don't ruin my day, will you?
I think he knew it by now. East guarded by Dominic Pierce. Inside, Hogan! A dime by East.
East just timed that perfectly. He baited his defender, eventually got into the lane, made the defense help. He threw it upstairs.
Hutter from the elbow. Darwishi Hutter ties it again. And time runs out here in the third. We are all knotted up at 42 here in southern Indiana.
Sean East, the playmaker.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes! Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Do we really have to choose him to be our next spokesperson?
He's so boring.
Sounds like you're on the fence. Why don't I just leave you my resume? Yes, it's laminated.
No thanks.
Hired. Try caramel M&M's.
Ow.
Tuesday, it's Rock Chalk versus freshman phenom.
He has become the story of the early season.
The kid is on another level.
I'd just like to see him play. Hey, just play.
In a sonic blockbuster.
We got nothing to lose, got nothing to lose.
This is what you call championship DNA right here.
All the homies doing good too.
Number 10 Kansas takes on number 4 Oklahoma, Tuesday at 7 on ESPN.
Got nothing to lose.
DirecTV customers expect a great deal. So why stay with these guys when we can get an incredible offer by switching to AT&T? Let's start with a ton of credits. Wow, that's a lot. Overage charges? Forget it. And how about something exclusive just for us? Like $15 a month off our DirecTV bill for life. I said we expect a great deal. Expectations? Met. DirecTV customers, switch or upgrade to AT&T Unlimited Plus and get this exclusive deal.
I finally figured out what car to get. Now, where to find the best deal?
You know, why don't I help?
What's that?
Car Gurus. Color?
Silver. Car Gurus?
Low miles, 2 grand below market value, 5-star dealer rating. Ooh, I'm beat.
Let's do it your way, then.
I heard that.
Car Gurus. Find great deals from top-rated dealers near you at cargurus.com.
Let's check out the USA Today Sports Super 25 national rankings. And, Paul, we got to look at the top 3 teams in the poll. The top 2, Montverde Academy, and, of course, Oak Hill. They seem like that they are just head and shoulders above the rest.
Well, they have the most talent of all the high school teams in the country, and they're so well coached. But you look at the university school from Florida with Vernon Carey Jr. and Scotty Barnes. Vernon Carey Jr., one of the top juniors in the country, and I love Scotty Barnes. He's in the ESPN 25.
We've got an electric atmosphere here in southern Indiana. New Albany at home here in the Doghouse. And Princeton tied at 42. And the 2 top 10 players in the senior class are going at it. Darius Baisley with 16 for Princeton. Romeo Langford with 22 for New Albany. But watch for that left wrist. The rest of the way, he's missed 9 of his last 13 shots since that wrist was knocked around late in the first quarter. And here is Langford, still producing the best that he can. Bergen, the sophomore from the corner. Hunter, what a way to start the fourth.
Oregon just opens the floor up. You got Sean East as the facilitator. He takes the pressure off of Romeo Langford from the outside.
Unexpected production from Oregon tonight. Hunter from the outside.
I like Hunter, 24 in the red. Senior, competitive, good pull-up game.
East, crafty down low, missed the shot. Here's Darius Baisley, the Syracuse signee. Pierce is short on the three, ball is loose, Baisley picks it up. Baisley stepping through. Baisley controls it and backs it out.
He just covers so much ground.
Baisley attacking again. This time it drops. And a timeout.
That was a floater with the right hand. Darius Baisley got the offensive rebound, assesses the defense. Look at that. Right hand little floater for the left-handed senior.
Mentioned Romeo Langford's left wrist, now his ankle, that left leg being attended to. Saw him limping in the replay. So Langford off the floor at the moment. Now we have a stoppage at 6:47 remaining. He couldn't put any weight on that left leg playing defense. Langford just getting knocked around here tonight.
Well, this game has been intense, and it's been somewhat physical, very clean game. But there's been a lot of bumping going on. See Baisley bring it into Langford. He's still jumping around right there. Yep, seemed like the left leg on that second jump might have tweaked it, hyperextended it, but it didn't look like there was contact there. So kind of like the wrist, you almost got to play through it if you can put pressure on it.
Oh, he's not playing through it right now for the first time tonight. Langford on the bench for New Albany. This team is up by 1 here early in the fourth. Can Sean East create? Almost lost it. Oregon near half court.
Princeton can sense it right now.
East is in trouble. Darren Starks, number 3 in the white, now at the ball, has come in for Langford. A 5'9" sophomore. Extra pass, Oregon shot swatted by Darius Baisley.
How about the way Baisley contributes to a game? Scoring, rebounding, shot blocking, and facilitating.
In all areas. Davis missed the 3. Pierce couldn't secure the rebound. It's out to New Albany. Langford now back on his feet at the very least, but he'll take a seat.
It's hard to tell, where he hurt. It looks like his left knee. Did they bump knees? Did he hyperextend it in some ways? But that's a painful spot.
One of the most prolific scorers in this senior class. On the bench right now for New Albany. East leaning in. Baisley wipes the glass clean. Initiates the break. Hunter down low to Davis. Princeton's on top.
I love the urgency that Darius Baisley is playing with. And when he plays aggressive, he's a totally different player.
East a floater. Hunter, an offensive rebound. He's fouled. And the foul will be on Baisley. Well, Saturday on ESPN, high-profile matchups in the college game. First up, check out Trae Young and number 4 Oklahoma against rival Oklahoma State. Then Baylor and Kansas in Lawrence at 6 Eastern. Today in the Big 12, Kansas on top of the conference yet again, 5-1. Of course, one of the final 3 schools for Romeo Langford, who is back on the floor.
That's a great sign for New Albany. and for Romeo. You know, it's also showing himself that, you know, he can play through the bumps and the bruises, and that's what it's going to be at the next level.
We're tied at 46. Langford guarding Baisley. Baisley is fouled. East came over to meet him, and he commits the personal.
Now, Romeo Langford is a prolific scoring guard. But watching him play over the years and tonight again, he really needs to work on his defense on the ball. When he gets screened, he takes himself right out of the play. If you're going to go to play for Archie Miller, Bill Self, or Bryce Drew, you're going to have to learn how to avoid those screens and stay in front of your man.
One thing Jim Shannon, his head coach, told us, he has grown from his junior to senior year in terms of being stronger physically and mentally. He's going to have to rely on that strength to get through the final 4.5 minutes.
And I think he's been mentally tough tonight. I'm looking at his next step in his development. It's all on the defensive end.
Baisley steps in front, tips it out. It'll stay with New Albany. Baisley giving Princeton the lead with free throws. Steve Wright, his head coach, looking for a massive win on the road. Langford guarded by the shorter Davis. A three! Langford puts New Albany in front.
The catch, the little jab step, just creates enough time and space for that three-point shot, his best weapon.
Fans on their feet here in the doghouse. Baisley almost threw it out on a miscommunication. Again, no shot clock. Princeton taking its time. Baisley calling for it down low, guarded by Langford. Pierce from the corner. Corrigan with the rebound for New Albany.
Baisley's going to move a little bit more than that if he wants it, or they're going to have to screen for him. The defense is going to focus on Langford and Baisley down the stretch.
Langford is fighting through contact to come meet the ball. And Langford draws the foul on Baisley. That's his third.
That's a great move by Langford.
And we've got a timeout with under 3 minutes to play. Drama building here in New Albany.
Well, Romeo Langford, just give him a little bit of space. He'll deliver 5 for 12 from distance.
I've got to say, I love the new place.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I took your advice and had Geico help with renter's insurance. It was really easy.
Easy? That'd be nice.
For help with chairs, say chair. For help with bookcases, say bookcase.
Bookcase.
I thought this was the dresser.
Isn't that the bed?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. For help with chairs, say chair.
Does this mean we're not going out?
Bookcase.
See how easy renter's insurance can be at geico.com.
Hey everyone, I'm here with the ARS Rescue Rooter team to tell you about a really cool new way you can partner with us to help change some lives. What's up, guys?
Just working hard and changing lives.
That's exactly right. Working hard and changing lives every single day, and you can be a part of it too. Here's how it works. If you have a problem with your heating, your AC, or your plumbing, go to ars.com/Tebow, and they're going to give a portion of the proceeds to the Tim Tebow Foundation. And together, we're going to change thousands of lives for people with special needs all over the world. Come on, let's make a difference.
You spray, you trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
When spicy cravings are calling, Wendy's Spicy Chicken Sandwich is the answer. It's a tender breast of chicken and a secret mix of fiery spices that'll be burned into your mind. So if you're in the heat of the moment, grab a Wendy's Spicy Chicken Sandwich today.
The Geico ESPN High School Basketball Showcase is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Wendy's Spicy Chicken Sandwich. Satisfy your spicy craving today. And One a Day Men's.
The Ohio River, our backdrop for a star-studded battle between top 10 players Darius Baisley and Romeo Langford, both coming through in a big way.
Well, they're coming through in the scoring department, rebounding. They're doing everything they can to help their team win. And Romeo Langford is doing it from deep, mid-range, at the rim. How about this stare down, knockdown, three-point shot? I love the way he gets his points from different spots on the floor. He doesn't force the game. He reads the defense and then attacks.
Baisley, 20 points, 8 rebounds. He's also been a facilitator. Langford, 25. That's ho-hum for him. He averages about 34 a game. But he's also been hampered by wrist and leg injuries over the course of this game. 1 point margin with under 3 minutes to go.
You know, when Romeo Langford was coming up through the ranks, he was putting a lot of numbers up, and people would say he was a volume scorer. It takes a lot of shots to get a lot of points, and he was. But you can see his efficiency now in his senior year. A much more effective player with and without the ball, and he doesn't force it.
Here's Langford leaning in against Hunter, and the foul is called. Romeo so adept at getting to the line. Hunter commits his third personal.
And when Romeo goes to the basket, it's a straight line drive. If the defense shuts down the path, he pulls up in a moment's notice. But that jump shot, that free throw is pure.
Now Langford attended Hoosier Hysteria October 21st in Bloomington. More than 12,000 people in the building, all of them chanting his name. There are a lot of people wearing Hoosiers garb here tonight. A lot of fans here in Indiana wanted to stay home.
Well, Romeo just attended Indiana's game against Northwestern last Sunday. Reports were they were cheering, "We want Romeo." How about that at 18 years old?
Well, Jim Shannon has said it. He's an 18-year-old celebrity. A couple of years ago, he was much more laid back, maybe an introvert, and now he is so much more comfortable taking on that mantle, speaking to elementary school classes, hospitals, all kinds of folks.
And when you think about some of the great recruits that come out of the state last 10 years or so, Romeo Langford, in my mind, is the most celebrated of all.
Langford chases it down. East against Baisley. Hurrigan passes it up this time.
I like that by the sophomore. A little shot fake. Let me get it to my senior.
Under 2 minutes. Langford guarded by the sophomore Davis. He was pushed. A foul.
The last 3 possessions, Langford's wanted it on the right wing. The defense crowds him. What does he do? He sweeps it right across his body. He catches it, pulls the ball right across his hip. That's what you do when the defense is too close. You get the bump, you go to the line. See, he reads the defense exceptionally well. When it's too close, it's a rip and a go. When it's too far away, it's a pull-up shot. And Langford plays the game with great offensive confidence.
Langford makes it a 4-point lead for New Albany. 28 points tonight. Skip pass, Kennedy, the sophomore, an air ball. Baisley keeps it alive and he lays it in. What a play by Baisley. And Langford hurting again. He was knocked in the mouth. And a timeout for New Albany. The bumps and bruises are mounting for Romeo Langford.
Well, that was a box-out situation between Langford and Baisley. The jump shot went up from the left corner. And Langford was trying to block out to get that defensive rebound. And Baisley with that length came over the top a little bit. Let's see what happened. Yeah, not a lot of contact. And Baisley inadvertently, when he's grabbing the rebound, his knuckles caught Langford right in the nose.
Romeo is cut. We talk about the toughness that Langford has exhibited. That has been on display in this game.
A sprained wrist, a knee that buckled, and now knuckles in the nose, trying to get the rebound, but that's all part of the game.
Some of the top undeclared recruits. After tomorrow, Langford will be at the top of this list because Zion Williamson's announcement will come tomorrow night on ESPN2.
Zion Williamson deciding between Clemson, South Carolina, Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina.
You're on the record. Who is it for Zion?
You put me on the spot again?
Well, you've done it before. You can say it again.
What if I change my mind? Then I can hedge my bet. I think he's staying home. I really do. I have nothing to back that up, but
well, Clemson or South Carolina.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, yes. The answer is yes.
You heard me. I lean towards South Carolina.
I know. Approaching the final minute here in New Albany. Bulldogs up 2.
East better watch that 5-second count.
Now Langford, the #1 shooting guard in the senior class. New Albany could just milk this clock. East guarded by Ward. Steve Wright is now calling for the foul. Under 30 seconds, and Baisley hammers East. That'll be his 4th.
That was a dangerous possession for New Albany. They were holding the basketball. East, an outstanding ball handler. Very quick, very low, very clever. But when you play on your heels, you can turn it over at times. That was close. They got the bump.
East is the best foul shooter for New Albany. He missed the front end of the 1-and-1, and it's out to Princeton with 26.1 remaining.
And everybody thought it was 2 shots. It's not the double bonus. You got to know time, score, foul situation.
Cutter racing ahead into the front court. Steve Wright calls timeout for Princeton. 21.7 to go.